There's a bunch of compression that happens in the protocols. And so like if you clip out, if you sort of reset it all.
Hey everybody, we're live.
Hey Bart, do you know the difference between a hippo and a zippo?
No, Tony, what is the difference between a hippo and a zippo?
Well, a hippo is really heavy and a zippo is just a little lighter.
I'm on a personal mission to collect every person who's ever written an ethics article about social media, data, and suicide.
Can we be able to give them wearable devices and track sleep and activity? Can we give them weekly surveys? And can we follow them on Twitter?
Sort of movement data, sort of like a Fitbit or some sort of that you're using language data from their Twitter, and that you're also doing sort of these like check-in surveys and having this really, what we would consider just a really ideal sort of set of different data streams, which we think is fabulous that you're doing.
Studying sleep is so important. If you're going to be studying sleep, at some point you're going to run into people who are also struggling with suicide because those populations are going to overlap.
We're following these students on social media, and there's one student, and she is expressing, she's saying she's going to kill herself repeatedly, and did not prepare for that.
Let me be abundantly clear to all of the mental health professionals out there. If someone contacts you about a client, or you're a counseling center and they contact you about a student, it is not a breach of their privacy for you to reach out to the student.
You go in thinking this is a healthy population, we're studying something completely unrelated to suicide, and that we should have a suicide protocol in place anyway.
Well, this is risk management, not risk elimination. Like, you can't prevent incredibly unlikely events from happening.
What I've learned is linking in with our IRBs and being able to spend time teaching them, because they want that.
So making sure that people know about resources and what their options are, and actually knowing about your local crisis line can be really, really helpful.
Probably because of you, going to have to, I'm going to have to sit on the IRB for the rest of my life.
That's great. Well, you'd be great. Researchers need to have at least some minimal preparation for that, and the IRB and the university should have some standards.
If you check out the paper, there's a checklist, more or less, and it's just an introductory checklist to start a discussion.
There's probably some sort of AI-human hybrid where some things get flagged, and of course Facebook is dealing with this sort of problem at large, right?
The general level of damages and moral damage and emotional damage of being involved in someone's suicide death is exponentially larger.
That's how you do all liability. You just make a policy and you follow it.
We want less people to die, period.
The less control you have over the situation, the less liable you are.
If you have a patient that is ill and you are in charge of caring for that patient, you should care for their health.
We can be able to look at what people are talking about and learn a lot from it, and we're creating these maps and visualization tools.
It's the future of population-based medicine. This is what's going to happen.
Here's this thing that is going to happen to other people. Sean and his team, they ran into this, they solved the problem, and then they wrote a paper and said, this is what happened, this is what we learned from it, and you all need to be aware of it. And this is exactly what good researchers do.